Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So today, tonight's live is going to be about tuition. So I get that question a lot. And today I'm finally going to be talking about how much it actually costs to attend my school. I actually forgot to put the link in my bio, so give me 1 second, guys. I'm actually not even sure. YouTube is still new to me after all this time, guys. Hold on. Let's see, where do I get the actual link? I guess the channel link should be fine. Okay, I don't know. So guys, I'm gonna be talking about the tuition. We already know probably that it's super expensive. So today I'm gonna be talking about the exact digits so that you can get an idea of how much it's gonna cost you if you are planning on going here, or if you're just curious. So everyone's financial aid package is different. So before I even start, I'm going to just put a disclaimer that everyone's financial aid package is different. You might get more scholarships than I do. You might get less than I do. Who knows? But you'll have to find that out when you apply and when you actually get your financial aid package. But this is just my financial aid package and how much I pay to go to LIU Brooklyn as a nursing major. So a little backstory, I did switch to health science because I don't know if you already watched the failing nursing school video. After I had dropped out of nursing school, after failing those 2 classes, I took health science and got a health science degree. So this is my second degree technically, even though, you know, the original major was always nursing. So I do get less financial aid because I'm a second degree. I'm considered a second degree because I have a health science degree. So I'm going to actually go back even to 2015 when I was a nursing major originally and show you how much it costs to do the health science degree. And then now how much it's costing me. I'm in my last semester. So yeah, let's go through it. So in 2015, that was the spring term of 2015, my tuition cost was $16,509 plus a university fee of $867. I got a plus loan. They charge $50 for dining, flex dining dollars. I think it's $75 now. And I see here another charge that says $7,000. I think the total was, wait, let's see. This is super confusing because I literally just printed out the whole, I'm looking at the whole, to all the tuitions from 2015 to now. So it's a lot of numbers, but let's see. That semester, I'm going to tell you guys also if I was full-time or if I was, part-time, because at some points I was part-time. Okay. So in that first semester, spring 2015, I was taking 15 credits. So just so you guys know, I was taking 15 credits that semester, and the charge overall seems to be $16,000. Wow. So I took out a smart loan, which was not smart really, $10,000, and then another one, $3,000, and I see a federal loan for $2,721, another federal loan for $990. So that was a lot. And that was my fault because I took out more than I needed. I think I took out the max that I needed because I see here that I got a refund of $2,426. So I took out more than I actually needed. What I actually needed was like 16,000. And then we have moving on to fall 2015. That semester was also $16,839 plus a university fee of $884. Then there's also a $2,000 charge, $2,191 if you do not have health insurance, which I did. So I waived that health insurance and got that money off. Then the late fees are $150 to $200 depending on when you are late. So keep that in mind too if you're going to be going to my school. So yeah, that's pretty much the price of those semesters. Then in 2018, I was part-time. So let's see how much that was. I still had to take out a $2,000 loan from federal direct subsidized loans. That's one, then another one for $3,463. So yeah, I think you guys get the idea of how much it costs to go here. From the beginning of me going here, I pretty much did not get a lot of financial aid. I only got federal loans, and I did get the first semester a chancellor scholarship that was $2,500. So I did get that scholarship the first semester, but I think I got it also in fall 2015, but then after that I didn't get it. So that was about $5,000 in scholarships that I did get from the school. But I'm not sure what the requirements are for that. But I know in my last live, I had told you guys that I was going to check with the school and see what I have to do to potentially get that federal loan again, because there's a federal loan limit. If you guys don't already know, you can only take out so many. There's a cap basically on how much you can take out from federal loans. So I would definitely keep track of how much you take out, and don't take out more than you need to take out, because that's a mistake that I made. But yeah, so there's a max, and supposedly because of COVID, you can the federal loan money that you use in spring doesn't count towards the max. So if you reach the max in spring, that didn't count, and that you can use that same amount for the fall. So that would be really beneficial to me because I graduate in the fall, and I did reach my max in the spring. So I called the financial aid department of my school, and they didn't answer, and I called like a million numbers and nobody picked up. But I did call FAFSA also, and they said that that's an option, that they can't confirm it, but I have to speak to my school, but it's possible. So I was like, okay, that's great, but I need confirmation, and I need to fill all that paperwork out in order to get those loans. So basically my school is pretty expensive, and I only got that chancellor scholarship and the CARES emergency grant. If you guys go to my school, you already know what that is. That was because of COVID. I only got $1,000 for that. And it's funny to say only $1,000, but that's really not a lot when you're talking about, one semester being $16,000. So right now, because I did not pay spring, I'm like literally putting out all of my business. But since I didn't pay spring and summer and fall, I had a balance from spring, a balance from summer, and now fall tuition. My total is $34,588.50. I am gonna get a $2,532 financial aid grant. That is, if you guys don't know, a grant is something you don't have to pay back. The loans you have to pay back, but a grant and a scholarship you don't have to pay back. So that's good. So like the CARES emergency grant, I wouldn't have to pay back, but everything else I pretty much have to pay back. So it's a good thing that like there's a lot of programs for nurses to repay their loans and like do loan forgiveness, and a lot of hospitals also repay loans. So that is good, but it's still a lot of money. I've never really had a bill that was under even $15,000. I'm looking at all of them right now, and pretty much the tuition is always that much. I only had one semester where I wasn't. I only had a couple semesters where I wasn't full time, that it wasn't that much. But even summer semester was $6,822 plus a university fee of $479. And that was only one class. So that's just put things in perspective. Yeah, the dining dollars went up this year apparently, because I see that it's $75. But I think they take that off because because of COVID. But it usually is $75. I'm not sure if you staying on campus if you still have to pay that or not. But I think they took that off for spring and summer. But yeah, when I first started, it was $50. Now it's $75. And let's see if there's anything else. So yeah, my advice is definitely look for outside scholarships if you want to go to my school, because the only scholarships I've ever got from my school was a Chancellor Scholarship, and I only got that freshman year. And then after that, it's just been loans. So I would really advise you guys to apply to outside scholarships, especially if it's your first degree, because you should be able to get a lot like coming out of high school, or even if it's not, I'm sure you can find something. I've always looked for it, but I've never stuck with it. I've always applied up to a couple and just gave up and never heard anything back from the from the scholarship, so I've always given up. But I'm sure there's scholarships out there. You just have to dig and really be consistently applying to them. But yeah, so I've only gotten the Chancellor Scholarship. Other than that, it's been loans, and that's about how much it is to go to my school. This is LIU Brooklyn's tuition for me. Again, everybody's financial aid package could be different, could be more, could be less, but that's just to give you guys a little idea. And I know I'm not the only person who would be coming in to the school with a degree already, so that's just to give you guys also an idea of how much it's going to be, especially if you have a degree already. Yeah, but you can also check online on the website for the tuition as well. But it's pretty much the exact number you see there on the online. It says $30-something thousand a year. That's pretty much how much it is. That has been pretty accurate. I'm trying to look and see if I see any other charges that would interest you guys. No, I think that's pretty much it. So yeah, if you're watching, guys, let me know how you guys are doing in the chat. Let me know how your week has been going. I'm going to update you guys on my week also. This was a hectic one, a lot of homework, a lot of assignments. If you guys don't remember, I'm taking MedSearch 2, Leadership and Community. And this has so far been the most busy semester, actually. I wouldn't say the hardest yet because I haven't taken exams, but in terms of homework assignments, I got so used to tests just being the thing of the semester, just a few assignments and majority of the weight of the grade being on tests. But this semester it's a lot of assignments, a lot of busy work, a lot of quizzes and homeworks and papers, and I kind of prefer it to just be tests, honestly, because I just think it's easier to just study. You just have to study for a test. You don't have to worry about deadlines and things like that. So yeah, that's how my week has been going. Let me know how your week is going, and let me know if you guys have any questions about what I just spoke about the tuition, and let me know if that was clear, because I know some people are going to be watching this on the playback, not watching it live. So if you're watching this on the playback, just and you still have questions, just DM me on Instagram. My Instagram is always in the description box. And let me know if you have any questions, if you want a breakdown even further of the tuition. But that's pretty much what I can see from my login. So yeah, let me see if I can find the actual link to this, because I know some of you guys are coming. Oh, thanks for that like. Whoever just liked the video, thanks for that like. That just reminds me, please like this video and subscribe if you haven't already. I'm really trying to get to 1,000 subscribers. I think I'm at 850 something. So please subscribe and like this video and comment for the algorithm to push my channel, because for some reason this algorithm do not like me and only pushes my how to conceive a boy video. My how to conceive a boy video has 17,000 views. And all my other videos have under that amount, So I don't know what it is about that video that the algorithm just pushes that video so hard. I'm not really sure what it is about that video, but yeah. I'm trying to stick with nursing videos because that's what I started this channel for. I basically wanted to, you know, help everyone who doesn't necessarily have someone who's already in the program to guide them, and just, you know, give advice. And because I know if I had this kind of advice before I started, I would have been a nurse by now. Like, I would not have failed out of the program. I would not have took the long route. I would not have, you know, spent so much money. I would not have, you know, it just would have been such an easier thing if I was able to have that support. So I just try to be that support for people who don't have that support, and just, like, you know, give whatever advice I possibly can and just help everyone. So that's what I started the channel for. I made those other videos because that's also information that I wanted to share, but it was mostly about, my channel is mostly about nursing school and helping people through nursing school. So let me just, somebody said it's a scam, enough said. When I showed the thumbnail on my Instagram, one of my friends said it's a scam. Nah, it's not. When you think about it, like, nurses make, it's not like you're gonna come out of nursing school and not be making that money back. You know what I mean? Like, that's almost impossible, I feel like. So yeah, say hi in the chat if you're on. Yeah, I just finally posted the link so my Instagram followers can join us. They kind of missed the part, but I'm sure, like, most of my followers are already in the school, so they know how expensive it is. But yeah, LIU is really expensive, y'all, but there is a lot of options for nurses. A lot of hospitals pay back your loans for you, and, you know, pay you to get other degrees. And there's a lot of loan forgiveness programs through the government for loan forgiveness specifically for nurses. So I'm not too worried about the loans, but I will be making another video when I graduate about how I'm getting these loans paid back, because mark my words, I'm getting these loans paid back. Like, I don't know how, I don't know when, I don't know, but this money is not coming out of my pocket. Like, I'm gonna use whatever hospital resources there is to repay these loans. I don't know if I know they have government programs that repay these loans. There's even some programs where you have to work in an underserved community for a certain amount of time, and then they will repay your loan. So there's that. So yeah, I'm definitely getting these loans paid back because I took out a lot of loans. I think overall, because I have, like I said, the health science degree, overall, I think I have like about $60,000 in loans. So it's going to be on and popping as soon as I graduate. I'm going to be figuring out ways to repay these loans because it's very expensive to attend my school. And I have taken the scenic route to this degree, so it's even more expensive in my situation. If I had just went straight through the nursing program, because I actually, backstory, I don't know if I even ever mentioned this on this channel, but I used to go to York College. So I didn't get paid. I didn't pay too much with York College because it's a CUNY school, as you guys probably know if you're in New York. It's a little cheaper. Not a little cheaper, it's a lot cheaper. I didn't pay anything to go there. My financial aid covered it. So when I transferred from there to LIU, I still had some financial aid left, but I still used a lot of it on the prereqs. But that saved me a lot of money. But then coming to LIU, I think I had 1 year of prereqs left, and then or maybe 1 semester of prereqs yet. I can't remember. Let me check so you guys can know, because I know, like, stuff like this I really wanted to know the details of when I was trying to go to the school. So let me check for sure. Let's see. 1, 2, 3. So 2 years of prereqs. So I did 2 years of prereqs at LIU. I continued my prereqs, and then I started the nursing program in 2018. So that's a long time. Like, that's a lot of, I took the real scenic route, and then I was, a lot of the times, even after that, when I got back into the program, I was only taking like 3 or sometimes 2 or 3 classes at a time. So I wasn't full time. So that was expensive also. Even though it was less at one time, it's still really expensive. Yeah, it's still, either way you cut it, it's going to be around $30,000. Yeah, like I said, my tuition right now, what I have to pay to graduate is $34,588 because I owe $2,265 from fall. The spring semester I owe $7,837, and then the summer semester it was 7,000. I wish 700. $7,451. So, and then the fall tuition was 19,568,000. So overall, with the Pell, not the Pell Grant. Was it the Pell Grant? Yeah, the Pell Grant is going to give me $2,532, and then I will have $3,588 left over. So it's a lot. It's a lot. Yeah, don't go into it thinking like, oh, I'm gonna, not. It's not going to be that bad. Like the numbers are the numbers. Like the tuition is the tuition. Like you can find ways around it, but it's still like that's the tuition. You know what I mean? Like I know a lot of people in other majors who have gotten a lot of scholarships and ended up only taking a couple $1,000s out. But almost everyone I know pretty much takes out loans. I can't speak for the entire school, but loans is a pretty common thing at my school. So that's that for the loans. Let me know what you guys think about that, or if you go to my school, or if you're thinking about going to my school, and so on. But yeah, that's that. Let's see. You guys are shy. And I know I said this already, but if you haven't already, please subscribe and hit the bell so you can see next time I upload. But most likely I'll be sticking to the schedule of Sunday at 8:30 because I don't have to edit these videos, and this semester has been going like crazy. So it's like nonstop homework, more work, like homework, classwork. So it's been pretty crazy. So I don't really have time to film like a video and do all the cute edits and stuff like that. It's much easier for me to just make a thumbnail, hit live, and then that way I get to interact with you guys, even though you're super shy and you're not talking. But usually I get to interact with you guys and talk back and forth.
You have questions?
Am I not seeing the chat? Is that what it is? 1 second, guys. Technical difficulties. I'm not seeing this. Can you write something in the chat so I can see if it's malfunctioning? I'm not seeing nothing in the chat. Oh, nothing. Wow, I haven't been seeing you guys, your guys' messages. Did you appeal your tuition? Hey, Sima. Did I appeal my tuition? No, but I'm planning on doing that this time. I can't get onto the financial aid office. I've called over 10 times. I've called multiple numbers, people's direct lines, but I guess because of COVID, a lot of people were let go, so I haven't been able to reach anybody, but I will try them again on Monday because I'm not playing around. Yeah. The chem calculations is killing, the farm calculations is killing me. I did horrible. Should we go over some med math? I don't mind doing med math. I love med math. I will do farm calculations all day. If you want to send me on Instagram what you got tested on, like what kind of calculations, I will literally do some problems with you right now. Did horrible. I'm sorry to hear that you did horrible though, but don't beat yourself up. There's more tests where that came from. You can do better on the next one. Hi Rivera, hi Wilson. What classes did you take in the summer? I only took MedSurg 1 in the summer, and it was like I said, $7,000 and some change. Did you already get offer working somewhere? No, I wish I did not get an offer working somewhere already. I didn't apply, so I can't be mad because I just started my last semester, so I feel like I should wait at least until the end of the semester to start applying, where I'm like almost near, the true end, which is the NCLEX. And then on top of that, if I don't figure out how to pay this money, they're not going to give me the degree. The rule is that you cannot get your degree. Like the bursar will not release your degree until you have a zero balance. So you cannot owe 1 penny So I have to figure out how to pay for this before I start applying for jobs, because at the very least, the jobs will want to see the degree, and then they will probably let me work while I take. I've heard that some hospitals let you work while you get the NCLEX, and then your job is contingent on you passing, obviously, because they put you in an RN position. But yeah, I'm definitely gonna work on that towards the end. I have DACO's quiz tomorrow. I'm nervous. Sabri Bree said that. Good luck. DACO's the best. You'll be fine. Just pay attention to class. Like I said, I don't know if you were on the other lives, but I said I had DACO and I used concept maps, and that was the best way for me to study for his class, because his lectures are really good. Like whatever he bowls, whatever he stresses, that's what he's going to test you on. And that's like the big concept that he wants you to know. He won't test you on something like super tiny. He wants you to know like the big picture. Like he wants you to think, big concepts. And that's what I like, because it helps you later on. Because as soon as you hear like a drug class, you'll just think automatically what the big thing that you have to remember for that drug class, like antibiotics. Immediately I would think like allergies, because that's like one of the main things you check before you administer antibiotics. Or like, I don't know, the digoxin, you would think, I don't know, tachycardia or whatever it was. Like there's so many, every class has like a big thing that's usually deadly. So they want you to be aware of that immediately. As soon as you hear the drug, you would think, oh, this drug would cause, seizures. And you would know, oh, I'm going to have seizure precautions in mind, or whatever the case is, or this drug is for this. So immediately I would know that that person is on that kind of precautions and stuff like that. So it's really big picture. So I really like the concept maps. Those are really the way to go for pharm. So definitely make those concept maps. Your test is tomorrow, so it's a little late, but I hope you studied enough and you are ready. Let's see what else is going on in the chat. You guys, I'm holding back my pizza, y'all. What did y'all have for dinner? I'm waiting to eat my pizza. It's literally cold, but I wanted to go on live because I want to stick to my schedule of posting every Sunday. Anywho, oh my God, me too. Oh, you guys are in the same class? You should exchange numbers or Instagrams, because you shouldn't put your number in the live chat. Because the live chat is going to be up on the playback. So don't put anything in here that you don't want up on YouTube. Cheap Bastard 101 says, yes, it is nonstop. We got this though. Yeah, it really is nonstop, but we got this. We made it this far. You just keep pushing, just keep swimming, just keep swimming. That's my motto this semester. Like everyone's kind of like stressing out. Like all my friends always call me like multiple times during the week, and they're like, oh my gosh, we have to do this, we have to do that. And I'm just like, relax. I think this is why a lot of my friends are friends with me too, because like I'm the laid back one that grounds everyone, and I'm just like, chill out guys, let's just take it week by week. Don't worry about what's coming in week 6, week 7, week 8. Just take it week by week. Write that down in your planner. Still write down, when you're going to do it. But don't stress about it until you get there. Because when you're reading, like, especially with assignments, like right now in in MedSearch 2, we have this concept map. And it is a large, like, I'm not going to lie, it's not like no easy assignment that's going to take you like 5 minutes. Absolutely not. But at the same time, there's no point of like, stressing about it from now. Worry about that like closer to the time where it's due, and just worry about the stuff that's due, that's like, due this week or in a couple of days. Don't stress about something that's due like super far in advance. There's no point in doing that. And when you actually get to doing it, when you sit down and you read everything that, read a lot of times when you get like a project like that, there's a rubric. And when you read the rubric and the instructions for the project thoroughly, it really isn't that bad. And if you have any questions, you text your friends, you email the professor, you get through it. It's not that bad. It's not worth like, stressing over stuff that's not due anytime soon. That just doesn't help you at all. Because I feel like this semester has been stressful as it is, so I'm not going to stress over stuff that's like not pertinent to today. I literally take it week by week. Like this week, this is due. I'm going to do it this day, blah, 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 blah. And even with all of that, like, and time management and being so organized as I am, I'm still stressed and I'm still like, losing my marbles. But at least I didn't have any mental breakdowns. You know what I mean? Like I got a lot of acne, but not a lot of mental breakdowns per se. Me too. The financial aid office doesn't want to answer me. Yeah, supposedly I got onto the financial aid department in Post, but they said that I need to talk to someone in LIU Brooklyn, and I told her no one was answering me, and she was so sweet. She was like, "I'm so sorry. Like, this is so unacceptable. Blah 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 blah." And she told me to email a person, and I didn't email them yet because I don't want to email someone. I want to talk to someone on the phone. So I might have to go there in person, but basically, like, this is a really busy time for them. So everyone is calling them. Everyone's in the financial aid office right now. So I guess I'm just gonna wait, but actually, no, I'm not. I'm gonna keep calling them because this is important. But yeah, Sim Summer says, bruh, can we go over whatever is on Daco's quiz tomorrow? Sure. Let me know what topics he's putting it on. It should be like antibiotics and something else. I forget. That was like a good chunk a couple of years ago. I am stressed times 1,000. Yeah, I know we all are. 7,000 or 70,000? For what? I forgot. Looks delicious. Yeah, let me know what kind of pizza you guys like. Everybody gets on me for eating pizza with pineapples. Thank you for saying it looks delicious. Most people will see the pineapples and be like, what the? But yeah, I'm weird too because I put ketchup and mustard. Like I'm ready. I put ketchup and mustard on my pizza. Yes, I'm from Trinidad. That's what we do. Okay. Daco is direct, knowledgeable, fun, and to the point. Yes, I love me some Daco. You'll do great. Take pictures of his diagrams he makes. Yep, good advice. Do you know anything about Capstone? Yep. So I did the Capstone Orientation. It was due last week. The fundamentals one is due in this week. At the end of this week, I think the last day to do it is like the 28th. So I'm gonna do it around the 26th because it's not too difficult. It's just like another thing that's kind of like evolve, just to like give us modules and test us. What do you mean by tuition appeals? So basically you can appeal your financial aid. Like if you feel like you should have got more financial aid, you can supposedly, I haven't done it yet, but supposedly you can contact them and they can review your financial aid and potentially give you more. I haven't been successful with it yet because I haven't done it, but that would be amazing. So I'm going to try, and you should try too. Definitely with everything that happened this year, I feel like there are extra funds and flexibility. So we need to just be on it and look into it and contact financial aid and be like on them. Pharmacodynamics and the med surge class half-life. Okay. So, hold on. Okay, that's not bad. So you might be getting some, okay, let's see. First of all, since your quiz is tomorrow, what's pharmacodynamics? Tell me in the chat. And then tell me what's pharmacokinetics and the difference, because I think he would probably put what's the difference? And I'm going to tell you how I remember it too. It's so weird that I wasn't seeing the chat before. Can I eat my pizza now? Yeah, you need proof. Proof of what? I'm always so scared to put too much. I'm so mad I let this pizza get cold. Don't you guys hate when like mustard juice comes out instead of mustard? It's so gross. Yeah, that's why you got to shake it. Sometimes I forget and I get so mad because it makes the pizza all soggy. But yeah, if you haven't already tried mustard and ketchup on pizza, just try it. My fiance's like, ew. It tastes good, I swear. Kinetics is what the body does to the drug. Yep. And you can remember that, like, you know, the word kinetics means something about your body. So I always just remember, like, I don't know why. I think of kinetics as, like, exercising, like, moving your body. So I remember, like, kinetics is what the body does to the drug. You need, why you're doing a peel. Yeah. I think you definitely need you definitely need proof. But I mean, with everything that happened this year, I think we had proof. Oh, hold on. Yes? I'm on live. Sorry, my friend is asking me about ATI. What is that? Not Capstone. What's the other thing that we have to do for MedSearch too? Course Point? Yeah, Course Point. So we have all these third-party stuff. It's really overwhelming because we have ATI, we have ATI Capstone, we have Evolve, we have Course Point. It's just so many third-party things, and then Blackboard, and it's like you have to jump all over the place. That's why I really keep telling you guys, like, you have to be organized when it comes to nursing, because even last semester, a couple days ago, I did my Course Point, and then when I went to go upload it, I noticed that it said week 2 Course Point modules and video case study, and I was like, what video case studies? Like, I've never, maybe I wasn't paying attention when somebody mentioned that, but I was like, what case study? So then when I go look at the syllabus, it said that there's a video case study due also with the module. So I was looking at the course outline for the Course Point that said, like, oh, do 1.1.1, 1.3, 1.4, 2 point whatever. And I did all of those, and I'm about to upload it, and then I see video case studies. That was not on the same paper as the syllabus. So it was like the syllabus has certain things due, like the video case studies, and then the course outline has the Course Point things due. So it's like there's no joint document that says, oh, for this week everything is due. You literally have to sit down one day and just check all the documents for that class and write down in your planner what is due when, because there's sometimes it's going to overlap, and then you just wouldn't notice until last minute. Like if I wasn't really good at time managing, I would have missed that, and it would have been too late when I noticed that there's an extra part of the assignment that was due. Then I would have just been screwed, basically, because when things are late, they're late. Like, I don't know anybody who accepts late work, so I would have just lost out on that amount of my grade. So it really pays off to be on your time management and like write down everything. Like I always say, I think I said this like a million times, like how important it is to just sit down and write down everything that's due, like in a planner. And it's really important also that's why it's really important to have friends too, because if your friends are like, if you're communicating with your friends in the program, they'll sometimes catch stuff too. Like they'll just mention it in like really casually, like, oh, did you do the Course Point? And you'll be like, oh crap, no, I didn't. It's due. And then they'll tell you like it's due whatever. Like that's why it's really important to also make friends in your classes. So if you're in this chat and you go to my school, which you probably do, because why else would you be on this video? But yeah, definitely exchange information if you have to. If you're in each other's classes and you don't have friends in that class, make friends in this chat. But yeah, let's check. There's paperwork they require. They have more things on the quiz. I'm a little confused about the first pass effect. Okay, I'll go over that. I'll have to brush up on myself. And make friends because they'll see. Yep, Catherine, I was just about to say that. A planning book and group chats for each class. Yes, a group chat for each class will definitely pay off. Like a group, I think I have a group chat for every single class because there's just always something you need to double check with people, or like you're just confused about. It just really helps like to work together and just get through the program together. Okay, so let me see if I could explain first pass effect properly. I don't want to make Daco disappointed, so let me see if I can explain it. Okay. Let's set this over here. Okay. Okay, so the first pass effect is when the drug molecules in the stomach and the intestine are diverted into the hepatic portal circulation. You don't need to even know that much for pharm. All you have to know is that it's when the drugs are basically passed. So the first pass, because remember the liver is the one that's metabolizing. Because the liver is the one that's metabolizing the drug, the first consequence of the first pass is the breakdown of that amount of the drug before it can reach a systemic circulation. So those drugs never reach the site of action. Does that make sense so far? That's pretty much the first pass effect. It's basically saying that the liver has metabolized it and that it didn't reach a systemic effect. Like the first amount, like the drug is basically going to get to the liver first and then be broken down. Let me know if that was clear. So that's pretty much a first pass effect. I think that most likely the first pass effect questions are more like, it would be pretty obvious. You know what I mean? Like it how would he phrase a question for the first pass effect? Let me see if I can remember a first pass. Let me see. Hold on. I will look at it on Quizlet, and if it looks familiar, I can tell you guys too. There's a lot of these. Quizlet has a lot. Look at my arm. Quizlet has a lot of questions on that you will see very familiar on your test. Okay, this one doesn't have it. It would be a question kind of like, oh, which it would probably be like A, the liver, B, the heart, C, the something like that, and you would have to know like, okay, what does the first pass effect entail or something like that, and you'll have to choose the liver. It'll be testing your knowledge of the concept, so it wouldn't be like something crazy. I don't think he would give you like a crazy question. It would probably be like, you know, how are drugs eliminated from the body, and then it'll be one choice that says metabolism through the liver, or it'll say like you know, the nurse is going to do X, Y, and Z, knowing that A, there's a first pass effect, B, the pharmacodynamics of the drug, C, something like that, and if based on whatever the scenario is, you would have to choose like first pass effect, if that makes sense. What else was I trying to go over for you guys' quiz? I think once you understand the general concept, you should be fine, because I don't think the quizzes are that difficult in that. I think once you get the general idea, like, let me know if that was helpful, or if you want me to go through it again. And let me know also, Sima, if you want me to do any of that math. And let me know what you guys are eating for dinner. You gonna eat? You guys are making me miss farm. I think I legit miss farm now. Okay, let's see. I'm make friends. I know the first pack effect is on for oral medications. I feel like the question was understanding the route and a little of the process. Yeah. What do you mean the route? Because I think, yeah, I guess he could ask you something like that. I don't feel like he would stress about the route unless he stressed about that in class. Try to look back at your notes and see if he stressed about the route. But I feel like he would stress more about the location, which is like the liver. But he might ask you a question like, what the nurse will give this drug via IV because she knows, or he knows of the first pass effect. So like, you're giving the medication in IV because you want it to have a systemic circulation and bypass the first pass effect. So you would basically, you want to give me a kiss? Yeah. Oh, thanks, Ollie. Yeah, so he might ask like, you know, why is the nurse giving this medication via IV? And then the answer could be like, oh, because she wants to bypass the first pass effect. Or like or maybe he might ask like, oh, which route will the nurse use to bypass the first pass effect and still enter a systemic circulation? And then it could be like A, IV, B, oral, C, rectal, D, topical. You know what I mean? Something like that. I ate pizza for lunch. Nice. Yeah, it'll be route of admission. And then that's what you mentioned. Yeah, so that would be a pretty good question. I feel like that would be a good question to test your knowledge. Like which one of the routes would she use if she or he knows, if the nurse knows with anything about first pass effect. I'm trying to see if I see any questions that I feel like would help. I really feel like it would be more of a concept question and a route question for that first pass effect, but it's not, I wouldn't overcomplicate it. It's really just knowing that the drug could be, part of the drug could be metabolized by the liver before it gets to do what it's supposed to do. I don't think he would. If he could ask something like that, like what is meant by the first pass effect, and then give you like a, you know, the first pass effect is, you know, the patient pooping or something obviously wrong, and then B would be like only a portion of the drug dose reaches the target tissue / organ due to liver metabolism of the drugs. So let me know if you understand the first pass effect concept, because that's, if you understand the concept, you should be able to answer whatever question he asks. I'm just looking through some questions and seeing if any of them. I think those two are pretty much what you would ask for that. It's not gonna. I would not be too scared about that, because if you studied and paid attention in class, you should be fine. It's, yeah. I think you guys are gonna be okay. Catherine asks, how is MedSurg 1? MedSurg 1 was okay. It wasn't as bad as MedSurg 2. Because MedSurg 2, I feel like in MedSurg 1, there wasn't so much busy work. It was mostly just, you know, study for your exam. Here's a couple, I don't even remember any extra assignments, but it was probably like one extra assignment. Not like MedSurg 2. MedSurg 2 has a crap ton of extra assignments aside from studying from the test. So it just like takes a lot to time manage. And then on top of that, having 2 other classes, it's a lot. Yeah. But MedSurg 1 wasn't crazy as I thought it was going to be. It was pretty easy. Yeah. I like how this turned into a mukbang. So yeah, let me know in the chat if you guys have any other questions while I chew this pizza. Again, if you haven't already, please like this video and subscribe and hit the bell so you can see when I upload, because right now I'll be going live Sundays at 8:30, 8 or 8:30, depending on the day. But usually around 8 or 8:30. I always say it on my Instagram first, so follow my Instagram if you haven't already. And yeah. Let me know what else you guys are up to in the chat. MedSurg 1, we had Evolve, reaching level 3. Yeah, that wasn't so hard back then. This week for MedSurg 2, the Evolve was so hard. It was literally so hard. I wanted to pull my braids out. ACI, that's not required to do, surprisingly. Yeah, definitely required for med search too. Concept maps and case studies. I haven't had case studies yet, but they're coming. For med search too, and the concept maps. Yep, med search 2 is a large. It's like all of that, but on crack. If you guys are trying, or if you guys, I just say my connection is unstable. The Wi-Fi, it's okay. I'm still here. Just time consuming. Yeah, I could agree to that. They're not horrible. Definitely helps learn nurses interventions in nursing. Yeah, and you'll be surprised how many people still struggle with that, even in 4th level. Like today in class, so not even only dropping little nuggets here and there. The nursing labs. Let me see if it's nursing labs, but there's a website that I use. Oh, Natalie wants the link. There's a nursing website that I use for nursing diagnoses, and you literally just type it in, and it gives you the like a whole bunch of nursing interventions, a whole bunch of diagnoses with the rationales, and it's like that's literally what I use. I literally just type in, whatever if the case study is on tumor lysis syndrome, I will type in tumor lysis syndrome nursing diagnosis, and then this nursing lab with nursing diagnosis is literally all here, and it's approved by, and this nurses labs.com website is approved by NANDA. So it's literally just like using the book. I don't know if you can see it. It says it right there. Nurselabs.com. I'm gonna write it in the chat so you guys have it because it was really helpful. Yeah, I got you, Catherine. Nurseslabs.com. Yep. And a lot of people still to this day confuse a medical diagnosis with a nursing diagnosis. A nursing diagnosis is not a medical diagnosis. A medical diagnosis is a medical diagnosis. Like if I say I have diabetes, that's a medical diagnosis. A nursing diagnosis would be like, risk as evidenced by, the glucose or whatever the thing is. You know what I mean? Like it's really different than a medical diagnosis. The format of it is not too hard either. The format of it is pretty much always the same thing. It's always like it's either risk for or whatever symptoms the patient has as evidenced by secondary to, like those little funny words you add in there to make it look bedazzled. And that's the nursing diagnosis. That's it. So look, this says it right here. Exactly what I'm saying. A medical diagnosis would be pneumonia. A nursing diagnosis would be ineffective air clearance. I always say clearance. Clearance or clarence. I don't know. That's when my Trinidadian accent comes in. A medical diagnosis is amputation. A nursing diagnosis is disturbed body image. A medical diagnosis, type 2 diabetes. A nursing diagnosis, risk for unstable blood glucose. And it's just it just makes sense to me in my head. Like the medical diagnosis is what like the doctor said you have. The nursing diagnosis is what the nurse sees that you are experiencing, like your symptoms, the things that you're at risk for. Like what the nurse and the doctor does is two different things. Like the doctor is like the medical diagnosis from the doctor is like your disease process. The nursing diagnosis is more like what symptoms you're going to have because of that nursing diagnosis, because of that medical diagnosis. And like the same thing with the interventions. You're not going to order medication. The doctor is going to order the medication, but still your nursing intervention is like, to administer that medication. How do you do a concept maps for Med Surg 1? I think we got away from a concept map for Med Surg 1. I think I just have to do a Med Surg 2 concept map, which is the same. There's a template. DM me on Instagram so I could give you the template because I don't think I could like put it in this chat. But DM me on Instagram and I'll give you the template that we use for MedSurg 2 concept maps. Mine is due next week. Mine too. Are you a MedSurg? Oh, MedSurg 1 has a concept map like that one? I don't know. DM me on Instagram. I'll just send you. It's most likely the same. But yeah, I just use the template. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. That's that I get the chat refresh really late. I feel like you guys type faster, but I just get it. I'm just getting it late. So sorry if my answer is delayed or whatever. But yeah, nurseslabs.com is what I use to do anything that involves a nursing diagnosis. I always go to that website. I think the last time I did a concept map was for a clinical. Maybe it was MedSurg clinical. I can't remember. Sorry. But I definitely did. I have a concept map template with instructions. Not sure if it's the same. Happy to share. Yep. Catherine. Cheap Bastard 101. That's such a funny username. I think she or he, let me know she or he is sharing the template with you. But yeah, I think we all probably have the same template. Yeah, it's been for MedSurg 1 clinical. Yeah. I don't know why the last semester has just been a blur. I don't know if it's some kind of COVID mechanism where I just have the traumatic experiences that is nursing school. But I don't know, as soon as I finish a class, I just there's just so much going on in this semester that I almost cannot remember last semester. But yeah, definitely just use the concept. Just use Nurses Lab for the interventions, the rationales, the diagnoses. Literally just type in whatever topic it is in Nurses Lab, and it will give you exactly what you need for the concept map. Catherine said, yes, please. Yep, either one. We can both share our templates with you. We're in this together, y'all. Let me know when you guys graduate too. And let me know how you guys if you're going online or if you're going in person, because I know some people are actually going in person. I didn't know that some people still ended up going in person for nursing. I feel like most of us opted to go online, but I had one class where 2 people were in person. But I think that class even is going to also go online because 2 people are not enough to keep the class open. It has to be it has to be less than 80% of the students who want to go in person. But yeah, that's how it's been going so far. This semester is a large. This is by far the most time consuming, busy semester so far. But I feel like I've been doing an okay job with the time management, so it hasn't been too bad. But yeah, I just randomly chose this topic of the tuition because so many people ask me on Instagram how much I pay, and I always tell them it depends, but it is expensive. So I figured let me just say the digits. It's really about $30,000. Let me know if you're comfortable sharing. If it's about the same for you too, if you pay around $30,000 for the year. Whether that be in loans or grants, even loans, you're still paying that, May 2021, nice. I love May graduations because you get to, hopefully by then you'll be able to have a regular. Oh, you want some attention? But yeah, hopefully you should be able to have a graduation May 2021. Yay! Congratulations, guys. You're almost there. Yeah, hopefully in May you'll be able to have a graduation, legit graduation, not this year's graduation. Hopefully by then everything will calm down and we can go back to gathering. I really hope so. I really, really hope so. Esther, I know me and Esther graduate in December and we get a whack graduation. Most likely we're not going to get a graduation at all. And if we do, it's going to be like, you can bring one person. Like, you know what I mean? Like, it's going to be so whack. If it's, I just want to pin it. We don't have that many people in the nursing. Well, we do, but still, like, we fit in the gymnasium. So if we fit in the gymnasium, like, why can't we just sit like a little further apart? Or why can't you like rent like a super big stadium or something and we all sit? I don't care if I have to graduate and get pinned in a football stadium. I want to get pinned. You know what I mean? Esther said, oh, Immaculate said it's online. I hope not. Not the graduation, I don't care, but the pinning, nah, I want to get pinned. Esther says, yeah, just pinning at least. They're cheap. Word. That sucks. Immaculate says, same, me too. Yes, Immaculate, Esther, and I are all graduated December this year. We're literally counting down. Where's my countdown? Let me get excited. Every time I have a lot of work and I'm like overwhelmed, I look into my countdown app because I put in the last day I had, the day of my last final. And it is 2 months, 26 days, 17 hours, 55 minutes, and 30 seconds away. I'm so serious. Every time I get overwhelmed, I look at it like 2 more months, 26 days. Keep going. But yeah, this semester is a large. By far the worst. Jules says, online nursing is horrible. I'm currently struggling. We're all struggling. But why do you think online is worse than in person? That's what I'm curious about. I think we're all struggling. But let me know why you think online is worse than in person. Because I got used to being online. I wake up 5 minutes before clinicals and, brush my teeth and run to the camera. Sometimes don't even do that. I just run to the camera. If I really snooze, I really just wake up and turn the camera on. I'm so serious. Like you can't do that in person. Like in person, you gotta be up hours before, like travel. I don't know. Online has been difficult in a sense that but I feel like it would have been the same in person too, because we would have been still using the same third party. But like in person, maybe like after class, you could just talk to the professor and it's not like this whole, space between you with the camera. Like, I don't know. I don't feel like online is harder. I feel like online is easier. That bill though, yep. Me, you, and Esther, party time. Woo-hoo. Seriously, I wanted the clinical experience at least. Esther, we had our clinical experience together and we know how that went. Okay, let's remember. Try to think back to peds and maternity and think about whether you really needed that without me getting in trouble, because this is, this is like public. This video is public. And I don't know who will watch this later, but I think we are okay with missing that clinical experience. And I spoke about that. I was pretty transparent about that. Y'all know I'm a really transparent person, and it actually legit kills me to be felt like censored in any way, because I be wanting to tell you guys like literally everything. But of course, there's certain things that I cannot say on YouTube. But I did mention in my PEDS clinicals update that I felt like, our clinical experience wasn't really what I was hoping for, because y'all know I love labor and delivery. I was so looking forward to labor and delivery clinicals. And then when I get there, it's all disorganized and like there's a whole other school. We had another school go there and they would get priority because their clinical instructor actually worked at the hospital. We had our clinicals at Maimonides, and the other class I used to get there, it was the same amount of students. I think they had like 7 students. So when we got there, some days we didn't even get patients. Like I remember like one time we got 2 patients to split amongst like the 8 of us. So it was just like, and then the nurses didn't really want to help us learn anything or anything like that. It was really like, we were learning more from the case studies than learning like in-person stuff. And anyway, like every hospital is different, and just you're not going to learn like, certain things because everything is different in every hospital. Like policies are different and stuff like that. But I still wanted to like at least, set up an IV or something, you know what I mean? But we didn't do any of that, and it wasn't really fair to us at all. But the other students who were there, their professor worked at the hospital, so they got to be on the computers and like look at the patient records and make care plans that were actually real care plans. And we were there doing like hypothetical stuff. And it just, after that experience, it left like a bad taste in my mouth. So I was just like, you know what? I'm past. That's basically where I'm at. So I feel like we still gonna be fine because there's a long orientation. I know a lot of people who graduated already and they are A-okay. They did not have their clinical experience either and they're A-okay. There was like a, hiring freeze, but the people I know who are working are fine. They did the orientation and they just tell me that, nursing is not a solo sport. You know what I mean? Like, even though, you didn't have your experiences, all the clinical experiences in the world, you still have your preceptor there, you still have your nurse manager, you still have your fellow nurses, and you're not alone on the floor. Like, they're not leaving you, by yourself to care for anybody and, potentially, harm them in any way. I feel like we are going to be okay. We're going to pay attention during our orientation. We're going to take some serious, take that orientation real serious, and we're going to get our experience through orientation, and we're going to be fine nurses. And we're going to pass our NCLEX first try, and we're going to be A-okay. I feel like school mostly teaches you to pass the NCLEX anyway. Like, school is not really teaching us, in my opinion, how to become good nurses. Like, yes, they get into those concepts, but the main priority is passing the NCLEX, because without that, what good is the other concepts? You get what I'm saying? Because, yeah. But yeah, let me know how you guys feel about that. Who was it who said, Jules says, hold on, let me scroll back so I can read everybody's in order. Online school of journaling, seriously, time, the end of December. Yes, I can't wait till December. Oh my goodness. I don't want to look back. Like, I don't think I have it in me to do another degree, y'all. I really don't. I don't think I have it in me no more. If you had asked me that in the first semester, I would have been like, yeah, I'm getting a master's degree and I'm going to be a nurse practitioner and I'm going to own a birthing center and I'm going to do this and I'm going to do that. And now I'm graduating and I'm like, yeah, I don't know about all that no more. I still want it, but I think I need a break. I really need a break. I don't want to open no books. I don't want to. But at the end of the day, like, you still have your continuation credits that you have to do. So you're not getting away from learning. So you might as well, like, that's how I'll be going back and forth in my head. You might as well just go get another degree and, and help more people. And, because the main reason that I had went into nursing is because I want to help the maternity community. So I wanted to have a birthing center and, give people another option for people who have like non-complicated births. And I wanted to like advocate for women and, change laws and like, have research studies more, especially for African-American women who are dying 3 times more likely than any other race in labor. And I just wanted to address that, you know what I mean? And I still do, but school is expensive for my pocket and my health. Like, literally no stress is like nursing school stress. Like, seriously, nothing else is as stressful as nursing school. I kid you not. Like, I would rather have 5 more babies than go through nursing school again. I'm so serious. That's to put things in perspective. Like, y'all know I have a son, and y'all, even if you don't have kids, you should know, like, labor and delivery is not easy. Labor pains is the worst pains. I would rather do that 5 more times in a row than go start from the beginning and do nursing school all over again. Like, literally. Let me see what you guys are saying in the chat. I only go into clinical sites in person, lectures online. Oh, nice. What clinicals are you taking? And are you having a good experience in your clinicals? Oh my gosh, y'all got ATI too. Yep. Do you go to my school? Are we in the same school or do you go to a different school, Jules? I'm not sure. Esther, I know. I'm jealous. I like med-surg clinical, even though the nurses didn't want us there either. What is about that? Like, what is that about? Like, I don't understand. What do you call it? when I become a nurse, I'm gonna be so happy to get little new nurses and sweep them under my wing and just like, help them out. Like, I don't understand what it is about. Like, I hear that a lot with everyone who I have talked to about clinicals, is that the vibe is just that the nurses don't want you there. And it just goes back to that whole thing about nurses eating their young. It's just so sad, because what would be so hard in just being receptive to students? You know what I mean? Like, you don't remember when you was a student? Come on. Wait, my phone just... The iPhone wants me to upgrade, y'all. My phone has been doing the weirdest things because they just want me to get a new one. Let me see. Don't I be so clueless on the floor, currently on a mental unit and med surge. So Esther says, sounds like me. I didn't get to have psych clinicals, and I was actually looking forward to psych clinicals too, but that was some drama. I didn't end up having psych clinicals either, and I actually like psych. I have a minor in psychology. When I did the health science degree, I had made a minor in psychology, so I really love psychology. If I ever switch fields from labor and delivery, it would probably be a psych. But I don't know. Can I handle psych? You have to be a gangster to handle psych, I feel like. But I don't know. Most psych patients are not. Well, anyway, that's what my professor had told me, that most psych patients are not aggressive. That's mostly just a rumor. I don't know. Which brings me to another question. What kind of nurse do you guys want to be? Y'all know I love labor and delivery. Love, 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 love labor and delivery. I will do labor and delivery happily until I die. Like, I love labor and delivery that much. Let me know what kind of nurses you guys want to be. I actually like psych. Yeah, psych is interesting. You will never get bored. I don't think you could be bored in psych. Oh my gosh, seriously. They accepted me, so I'm like, okay, nice. Never would I want to go through nursing school again. Never. You could not pay me enough to go through this again. Literally this week, I was watching TikTok and I saw this TikTok it wasn't TikTok. It was that's Ollie? Toby. Yeah, that's Toby. I was watching a TikTok and a video, and one of the YouTubers were like basically responding to DMs, and one of the DMs was I'm in my senior year of nursing school and I want to quit and start an OnlyFans. And I was like, yo, I have never felt a comment more than that. Like, only nursing school will make you want to quit the last year and just start an OnlyFans. These girls out here making bank on OnlyFans for rubbing lotion on their feet. Like, we over here in nursing school dying for what? Because we're like low-key, genuine, good people and want to serve the community. And we over here sacrificing ourselves to take care of your grandma. Like, crazy. L&D nurses are angels, for real. Like, we help you at your lowest low. Like, no pain is ever going to compare to labor pain. And that's when a labor and delivery nurse comes in and swoops you under her wing and carries you through to the journey that is motherhood. Like, no other nurse could sit closely in my heart as a labor and delivery nurse. And I know I'm biased because I like labor and delivery, but still, like, labor and delivery nurses labor and delivery nurses catch like the craziest things, sometimes like human trafficking victims, and like I'm talking about peds nursing too. And like labor and delivery nurses are just the best when it comes to like just caring for you afterwards, because it's just like such a shock for some women to give birth. And then a labor and delivery nurse like just comes in and lets you know like it's okay, like this is what you have to do, like this is how it's gonna be now. It's like it's a lot of things that like after you give birth that you don't even like you didn't know was even gonna happen. So a labor and delivery nurse is literally there like just carrying you through your journey. That's such a hard like transitioning to motherhood is so hard, and a labor and delivery nurse has that special quality to just make it a smooth transition, But yeah, don't let me start ranting about labor and delivery. Let me scroll up because I think I missed some comments. Nursing school depression is real this semester for me. Let's stay positive though. We will get through it because it's worth it and very rewarding. Yes, that is very true, Jules. You're right. I actually like psych. Yeah, me too. I could see psych working out too, so I feel you on that. Esther said yes, I'm gonna be behind the computers. Aw, Ollie, yeah, Ollie's here under the table doing playing with trains and stuff. If you guys don't know, Ollie is my almost 3-year-old. I can't believe I almost have a 3-year-old. His birthday is next month, actually. Yeah, I cannot believe I have a 3-year-old. But yeah. Jules says, I feel so warm inside every time I think about it. Emotional much. Yeah, I really do too. I feel you. Esther says, yes. When I was getting the epidural, the L&D nurse held my hand and told me to lean my head on her shoulder. Aww, that's so sweet. See, labor and delivery nurses are godsend. Dead serious, because bringing little people into this world is not easy. No matter how you cut it, whether you have a C-section, an epidural, a natural birth, it does not matter. No matter how you cut it, it's not easy giving birth. And a labor and delivery nurse just like has to guide you through that. Like it's just such a special quality that they have to have. Oh wow, I'm getting emotional. Yeah, I remember the labor and delivery nurse I had. Not the labor and delivery nurse. The postpartum nurse, the mother baby nurse that I had after I had Ollie was so nice too, because I didn't realize, like, I don't know, and I did so much research before I gave birth on like everything about, like, remember, I want to be a labor and delivery nurse, so I was researching stuff like this since I was like 15 years old. But I did not know like the feelings and like going through it was just gonna be so much. Like after you give birth, it's like your period comes back. This might be TMI, especially if there's guys on this. I'm sorry, y'all. But your period comes back like with a vengeance. It's not really a period. It's like, you know, the uterus shrinking back to size, but you bleed like nobody's, like no tomorrow. And like you literally have to wear pretty much adult diapers. And like you have to use like I had a natural unmedicated delivery. So I ended up tearing because I was in a lot of pain and I just wanted it to be done. But yeah, I basically pushed and tore. So I was in so much pain and I didn't want to move. And I just felt like, you know, when I stood up, I felt like all my organs were like sinking down back into place. Because if you guys don't know, which you probably do, like all your organs kind of like push up into your chest cavity a little bit. And then it makes room for the baby on the bottom. So when you stand up, I felt like my organs were like, just my insides felt weird. Like it felt weird to not have my son in my stomach again, and my everything was achy and sore and so painful. And she just had this energy that I just needed at that time, because she just came in with like, girl, you're not the only one who went through this. You can get through it. Get up, be strong. I'm gonna show you what you have to use to, you know, clean yourself. Because obviously you cannot wipe after something like that happens. So she showed me how to use the little squirty bottle, and she showed me like, she was asking me all these questions and like just being so open. And it's just such a weird thing to like, because could you imagine like somebody taking you into the bathroom and showing you how to like wash yourself down there, you know what I mean? Like, and not making it awkward at all. Like that's just such a special kind of person that needs to do that, you know what I mean? Like and you're just all over the place because you just gave birth. Like your emotions all over the place, your hormones all over the place. Like your mind is just like in a million different places. And like to me, like a good labor and delivery nurse like gets you back and makes you think that, like, gives you the confidence to let you know that it's gonna be okay. You can be a good mother and everything is gonna work out. And like even though it could have been like a traumatic experience, like you're gonna get through it. And you know, labor and delivery nurses are just awesome, period. But I think all nurses are awesome, because if you can literally think about every you could literally think about every department and think about how amazing the nurses in that department is. Because ER nurses, think about ER nurses, amazing. Peds nurses, amazing. Nurses that work in oncology, amazing. Like even nurses who work in, let me think, what other psych, amazing. Like you have to be amazing to work any job in nursing, I feel like. Yeah. Human side. Esther says, I was surprised she told me to do that because of COVID going on. Oh yeah, I forgot. Now you gave birth during the pandemic. Wow. That is so nice. Yeah, that makes it even more special. Wow. Yeah, next I wanted to give the nurses a present, and I never got around to doing it. I feel so bad because I really wanted to send my midwives like a gift basket, but I couldn't think of like anything they would have wanted. Like I was busting my brain thinking like what would I want? Like what's something that's even like, you know, what's a gift that you could possibly give back to say thank you for doing something like that? Like no gift would be big enough. Jules said everyone always tells me I have motherly aura, so I know labor and delivery is for me. Oh, nice. You definitely need a motherly aura, and I feel like in labor and delivery, it really helps if you are a mother also, because you can't possibly understand like what the mother is going through until you go through it yourself. Because I used to think like before giving birth, I used to be like, oh yeah, I'm going to be an amazing labor and delivery nurse, blah 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 blah. I know so much about labor and delivery, and then after I gave birth, I was like, whoa, no, now I really like I could really care for a mother now because I know exactly what she's going through, you know. That was a great nurse. Yeah, that was definitely a great nurse. You should definitely try. I had a 5 Starbucks gift card and gave only 2 out. That's a pretty good one. You're right. I could have done a Starbucks gift card. I guess I still could. I feel like I would use the same midwives for my future children too. So I feel like I need to buy them a car. Like, they were so good. I wish they had told me not to push so hard that I tore, but that was on me because they didn't know that I was over pushing. I didn't tell them. My fiance knew, believe it or not. He was like, I think she's pushing past the contractions. And I was like, so I continued pushing past the contractions, and it was just like a hot mess. Like, yeah, it was a hot mess. Next time I give birth, I'm not gonna do that. I swear. I'm gonna be patient. I might take the epidural this time because unmedicated natural delivery is. Ooh. If you haven't already, please like this video. I see somebody just liked the video. Thank you for liking the video. If you haven't already, please like the video and subscribe to the channel and hit the bell. I'm going live every Sunday, 8:30. I'll let you know on my Instagram, which you can follow in the description box. I love that you guys are joining me while I eat my cold pizza. Mommy? Yes? What are you doing? I'm on YouTube. But yeah, it's definitely not easy being in the program. And it's definitely not, I'm making you hungry. Girl, grab some food. We deserve it. Eat whatever you want. During the semester, I eat all my stress. So today I got Papa John's. And I put some ketchup and some mustard. And it has my fiance, ew. I put it's pepperoni and pineapples with ketchup and mustard. And I was about to OD and put this buffalo sauce on it. But I think that would be OD. But yeah. We got this. We're gonna get through this semester. It's a lot, but we're gonna do it. I feel like I know what I have to do to finish the semester. It's just a matter of doing it. But it's like, I just want to, like, so much can happen in 2 months. I know I only have like 3 months left, but a lot can happen in that time. And I haven't had any exams yet. So that's what worries me too. Like, I don't know what to expect. You know, like when you first do an exam, like after the first exam, you kind of feel out the professor and you know what to expect. I haven't had any first exams yet. I've basically just been doing like busy work, like ATI Capstone, Evolve. Evolve really made me almost rip my hair out this week, y'all. I kid you not. I was like, maybe OnlyFans ain't so bad. I'm serious. Like, it was really annoying because I could not find those. I could not find the answers anywhere. It was ridiculous, and I had to do. And I ended up doing like 250 questions just to get to the mastery level to finish it. So yeah, so far I've just been doing like Evolve, ATI Capstone. Now we have this concept map. We did like one case study, but it was just like a lot of homework, just a lot of homework. So I feel you, but we're gonna get through this. Let me know if there's anything you guys like I can help you guys with. I think next week maybe I'll get in, like make it mostly about math, because actually my older sister is in LPN school and she always asks me to help her with math. So I have to sit down one day and like teach her dosage calculations. So maybe I might tell her next Sunday afternoon to just log on and I'm gonna teach all you guys at the same time, or just go over it at the same time, because med math is for some reason kind of gets a lot of people nervous. And for those of you who graduating next year, I think next year you're gonna have to take the assessment. Esther, you probably remember that assessment that we had to do, that we had to get 100 on, the med math assessment. I don't remember how many questions it was. I think it was like 20, but I remember almost crying when I got all, because you have to get 100 on it. Did I say that already? Whatever. You have to get 100 on it and you can't get any questions wrong. You can't, like, even if you put like, 0.1, if you put, it was something about the decimals. Like if you put 0.10, that would be considered, I don't know what it was, something about where you put the zeros or something like that. Or like if you put like 10 milliliters and the answer was 10 milligrams, you get it wrong. Or, it was just a lot. Yeah, for med math, Esther, that assessment, if you are graduating next year, they cancel it for this semester, but next year I'm almost positive that they're going to put that back on where you have to pass that 100. And yeah, so make sure, even if you're struggling with med math now, just get good at it, because med math is going to stick around to haunt you. Med math will come back in everything. So definitely, I think next Sunday I might do med math. If not, I'll ask you guys on Instagram, or you could put in the chat if you have any topics that you want me to do for next week. I'll definitely take that into consideration. Immaculate says, do you know there is a video case, Global Health Part 1 and 2 for community? Yeah, that's on ATI. When you go to, what was it? I think you have to go to improve and then click, you have to add the code. You have to add the code in order to see it. Go to the community syllabus. No, not the syllabus. Go to Blackboard community and like somewhere under content, and then add the ATI code. And then when you go to my ATI, and I think improve or test, or one of the tabs, when you scroll down, it'll say RN Video Case Studies 2.0, and then you'll see it here. Esther says, yes, we had that due already. The course point, no. No, I was talking about med math, the assessment that you had to do to pass. I think it was for you to go into clinicals or something like that, and you had to get 100 on it. Before we did PEDS clinicals, we did the med math. And remember, we met in the computer lab, and it was Professor Dako and the other guy proctoring it. Yeah, and it was like 20 questions or something like that, and you literally could not get not one question wrong. Yeah. So if you're bad at med math, subscribe to my channel, hit the notification bell, come back next Sunday around 8 or 8:30. I'll let you know on my Instagram, and we're gonna do a lot of dosage calculations, because I love dosage calculations. Like, I legit love med math. I think I could legit be a farm lab professor because I could teach med math all day. Med math is so easy, and I love it because I used to struggle with math so much as a child, and now to have, you know, med math be some a kind of math that I'm actually good at. Oh, it was 10 questions. Ooh, even worse. Like to get 100 on 10 questions is kind of hard. Yeah, I remember I was sweating. Like I was literally like so nervous doing that. I did the every problem like 3 times because I was so nervous that I would type in something. It's on the computer, by the way, y'all. I was so nervous that I would type in like, you know, and hit something wrong or something like that. Oh my goodness, I was so nervous. But now, like that made me more confident about med math. Now I feel like I know med math pretty well. So let me know if that's something you guys are interested in. If not, text it in the chat any topics you want me to do for next week, because I will definitely do med math because that was requested before. But if for the following week or whatever, I might make a separate video. If I ever have time, I will post a bonus video. But yeah, let me know what kind of content you guys want from my channel besides the lives too, and what kind of topics you want for the lives. Chief Pastor 101 said, did you have to record a head to toe for Med-Surg 1 clinical? I had a Med-Surg 1 in person. Did I have Med-Surg 1 in person? Was that Med-Surg 1? No, I'm lying. I did not have to do that for Med-Surg 1, but I had to do it for health assessment. I was confusing health assessment with Med-Surg 1. Med-Surg 1, they just added that whole record the head to toe thing. They added it for the semester, so we didn't have to do that. How did you go about the recording? Didn't have to do the recording, but I would imagine you just have to pretend like you're doing an assessment, just like in health assessment. So I would just look it up on YouTube and just reenact it, honestly. Yeah. They just added that. I did not have to do that for Med-Surg 1. That's more, I don't see, I mean, it applies to Med-Surg 1, but I feel like that's more health assessment. Any great ways on how to study for Med-Surg? I wish I had some amazing tips for how to study for Med-Surg, but honestly, Med-Surg was just doing a crap ton of practice questions, and that's about it. Like, it was really just like, I passed Med-Surg by the skin of my teeth, so I don't have any great tips on Med-Surg. Yeah. Let me think. I didn't really read the textbook. The textbook was too long. I started off trying to read the textbook, and then it got overwhelming. Esther, if you're still here, let me know, how did we pass Med-Surg 1? Like, refresh my memory. What did we do to pass Med-Surg 1? I don't even know. Med-Surg 1 was not too difficult because of like the transition. I feel like maybe they went easy on us or something. But yeah, I didn't do anything spectacular for Med-Surg 1. Oh, making your own blueprint. Yeah, that's a good one. Like, fill it when you get the blueprint, fill it out yourself, and fill it out based on the slides. So a lot of times, some people will send you the blueprint. It'll help you more if you make it yourself. Because if you just, somebody sends it to you and you read it, that's different than if you had wrote it yourself. So that's good advice, Esther, to make your own blueprint. Also, Jules, do you go to our school? I don't know if I asked you before. And you too, Cheap Bastard 101. Let me know if you go to our school too. Med-Surg was hard. Yeah, it started off hard. I think, what was it that got me with Med-Surg? Was it exam 1? Yeah, I felt like exam 1 I flunked, and then I had to play catch up. Oh, cool. I never met someone who who went to Felician University. Nice. I wonder how your university is different than mine. Where is that? Yeah. I wonder if it's Jersey. Ooh. Nice. I remember when I got kicked out of the program at here, I was looking at Jersey schools too. And that seemed like a pretty good school. I was considering going there too. But then I got back into LIU, so I just went here. So I don't really have a lot of people be asking me too, like, how is LIU? And I really can't answer because that's the only nursing school I went to. It's not like, you know, I bounced around and I had other, but from the looks of it, like, it's a pretty okay setup. I haven't been to any other school. When I went to York, I was in a nursing program. When I went to York, I was just doing pre-recs. Oh, hi, Conroy. I hear everyone fails meds. Yes, that's true. I heard that too, and I heard it after I already failed, but yeah, supposedly everyone fails exam 1 for a specific reason that I cannot disclose, but I think you know what I'm talking about. And then exam 2 and 3, everybody gets it together. You like how I say that, right? I have to be politically correct on YouTube. Like, that's, yeah. Eventually, like, honestly, when I have a bigger following, I would legit have like a have an OnlyFans that's not, you know, for what normal OnlyFans are about, but just so I can say what I actually want to say without the whole like worrying about, you know, someone else seeing it later on and me getting in trouble for saying something that, you know, was not supposed to be said. So, because I do know one YouTuber, I love her. Her name is Jayla Majette. I don't know if you guys watch her too, but she has a OnlyFans where she just like talks, and it's just like her YouTube, but it's just a little more unfiltered, and she could just say, you know, everything she want to say without like worrying about, you know, monetization and copyright and all of these things that like you can't do on YouTube. Jules says it's in Jersey and it's different because every semester we have to take a dosage calculation exam and you have to get a 90. Yeah, they have that in my school too, but you have to get 100. And it's funny because I remember a professor told me that he was trying to get us to meet just a 90 to pass, but they said no, that they wanted us to get 100. They only give you 3 times. They give us 3 times 2. And if you don't pass it on the 3rd time, you automatically fail the clinical part. Yep, that's for us too. You literally get kicked out, I think, if you don't pass it in 3 trials, because their logic is like, if you can't do this basic med math, you're about to be out here miscalculating people's stuff. And if you make mistakes easily on med math, like you're probably going to be the kind of person who would make mistakes on like administering drugs. And that's a big deal. Like, that's a real big deal. I remember I had one friend in clinicals who obviously will remain anonymous, but that person gave a wrong medication to someone because our professor used to let us give medications for the clinical rotations because we were in a nursing home, and we would basically have to look at the list and just put all the pills. It was all oral medication, so we would just put all the pills in a little cup and then go into the patient's room and give it to them. And I remember that person gave the wrong medication. I was like, already you making mistakes like that? Dang, like it was crazy. But it was just I think it was just a vitamin. I want to say it was like calcium or something like that. It wasn't anything that was gonna harm the patient, thank God. OnlyFans nursing edition, heck yeah. Yo, wait till I get monetized on YouTube. It's over. Seriously, OnlyFans nursing edition. Let me know if y'all will buy my nursing, my OnlyFans for $15 a month for the unfiltered version of this live, where I could just say everything that I want to say. Are you guys all subscribed to my channel? I be looking at my analytics, and like 90% of the people who watch my video do not actually subscribe to my channel. So again, if you haven't already, please subscribe to my channel so I can make it to 1,000 by the end of the year. I'm so close to being at 1,000, and if I'm on 1,000, I could be live on my phone. YouTube has all these rules for like what you can and can't do above or under 1,000 subscribers, and there's like a lot you can't do until you get to 1,000 subscribers. So I'm like dying to get to 1,000 subscribers. But yeah, so if you haven't already, please subscribe to my channel and hit the bell. I actually enjoy calculating them now, except for the BSA. What's the BSA? I like med math too. I really do. I love med math. I could do if med math was like the only thing we had to do, I would love it. Let me know what you mean by. I just Googled it. Do you mean body surface area? We didn't have to do that, I think. I think I'm subscribed from all 3 of my accounts. Oh, thank you. That means so much. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Jules says yes. Body surface area. We never had to do that. Guys, let me know. Did I miss something in med math? I never had to calculate body surface area. Like, oh, I got bit by a mosquito, guys. This mosquito bit me twice and one on my ankle. I'm like low dying. But okay. Ow. But yeah, no, I never had to do body surface area. What? What? We never. I have never had to calculate that. We do like dosage calculations and like weight-based medications and powdered medications and the drop factor rate, and that's our med math. BSA, like what? They going in your program. Is that a BSN program? We briefly did BSA, but it was in health assessment. Literally just spoke on it. Didn't calculate it. Yeah, I don't ever remember calculating it. That's so weird. Still did not see this video case. Hold on, I'm gonna tell you right now. All right, go to ATI. I'm gonna walk you through it. Do you have the live on the on your phone? Can you do it while I tell you where to go? Because let me log in. I'm gonna tell you exactly where it is because I had to dig for it too. I really did. I had to really dig for it. It's due at midnight, isn't it? Go to my ATI and then go to, let's see, is it improve? I think it's improve. Hold on. It's gonna say RN video case studies 2.0 or something like that. Hold on. Okay, no, it's not improve. Finding these things be so difficult sometimes. Like every time you have to do some kind of thing, it's always like a wild goof chase to figure out like where to even find it. Like, oh, it's in apply. Go to my ATI, go to apply, and then you'll see video case studies RN 2.0, and then click modules, and then go to the module. But you have to add the code first. That's another pro tip. Add the code. Sometimes I've been looking for things sometimes on ATI and I haven't found it. You got it? Okay, good. I haven't found it, and then it's because I didn't add the code. So always add the code for ATI first, or else the things will not show up on your my ATI account. Just did. I got you, girl. You silly. I'm silly. The other day I was trying to do the Respondus dry run. I mean, not the dry run, the Respondus. Yeah, the Respondus dry run. And I wasn't on Respondus. I'm like, why is it not working? I wasn't on Respondus. How am I going to do the Respondus dry run if I'm not on Respondus? Hot mess. Thank you. You're welcome. But yeah. So I think I'm going to let you guys go. Let me know. I'm still listening though. It's okay. I'm about to log off. Let me know if there's anything else that you guys want to say before I log off. But again, if you haven't already, subscribe to the channel. And then I will see you guys next week. And if you have also, if you haven't already, follow me on Instagram because I always post like reminders before I go live. But I go live pretty much every Sunday at 8 or 8:30. And I always say it on my Instagram. So follow me on Instagram. And if you ever need anything, just DM me. Yeah, everybody who knows me knows I'm like the most helpful person. If I have any way to help you, I will help you. Just all you have to do is DM me on Instagram and I'm here. So yeah, have a good night, y'all. I hope you guys have an easy week in school and all your quizzes. Good luck to all you guys who are taking the farm quiz tomorrow. You guys are going to do fine. And yeah, thanks for watching my live. And I will see you guys on Sunday.